Discover the heart of our history at the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. Now open with new weekend hours, Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, our museum showcases the brilliance and ingenuity of foundational Black American culture, along with the richness of global Black culture. Come in, explore our displays, and shop for books, films, and other unique items that celebrate our legacy. Also, be sure to look out for our popular special events. For more information, visit hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
Let's get it in. Let's get it in. What's going on, everybody? What's up, family? Let me start recording, and y'all let everybody know that we are live right now, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, fam? Y'all good? What's going on with everybody? Everybody come on in the room. Let's chop it up. We are in here in the building. What's going on, family? Glad to have everybody tuning in. Waiting on everybody to pile in right now. A lot of stuff going on tonight. A lot of things happening. Let me get right into it. Shout out to everybody in the room. I'm just waiting. Let me wait for more people to pile on in here because there's some stuff going on in Sacramento right now. For those who don't know, there's a situation with the reparations bills out here in California. They were trying to pass the reparations bills. We've been stomping for this thing for the last couple of years with California, getting a lot of things passed and taken care of. So now it was time for them to introduce two very instrumental bills to the floor to really push reparations forward. The Democrats pulled some kind of little bait and switch move. They started lollygagging. They didn't want to present it to the floor for a vote. They've been splaining and using all types of excuses. They've been doing a lot of underhanded things. Today was the deadline out in Sacramento right now. A lot of activists from the grassroots, they've converged at the Capitol in Sacramento. They're there now trying to get the the California Legislative Black Caucus to do the right thing. It's the Democrats that's putting a wrench in this thing. And they got their Negro minion flunkies doing a lot of the dirty work. And there's a lot of finger pointing and blaming this person, that person, and stalling and really throwing a wrench in the game. What's interesting, it was a white Republican who stepped forward and actually tried to introduce the reparations bill to the assembly. He didn't get a second motion, though. Nobody gave him a second motion, but it was a white Republican, Bill Asaley, something like that. I think that's his name. He was the one who actually introduced the reparations bill, a Republican, a white Republican. And the black was out here lollygagging and stalling and basically trying to sabotage what's happening. You understand? And we got to understand some of these Negro flunkies that they have out here who are put in place to sabotage any type of progress for us. And a lot of people are pissed off right now, rightfully so. If they sabotage this, the Democrats are done. If they sabotage this, Kamala's a wrap. You understand? This is going to be a horrible look for the Democrats, as it should be, because California, they're out here giving just blank checks to non-citizens with our tax dollars. But when it comes to us, foundational Black Americans, getting what we're supposed to get, they're playing these little goofy games. And we're not going to settle for that whatsoever. Now, if this is the hill the Democrats would like to die on, well, so be it. Because, look, either way, it's a great night for us. I look at this as a great night, one way or the other. See, this is where the rubber meets the road. Either they're going to pass this thing and we're going to move forward with these reparations that we're supposed to get, or the Democrats are going to shoot themselves in the foot, and I'm good with that too. If the Democrats want to shoot themselves in the foot tonight playing these little games, hey, that's a great consolation prize. That's a great consolation prize. But it's a lot of stuff going on up there in Northern California right now, in Sacramento. People are trying to get them to do the right thing. And we got to understand, man, there's a lot of these folks with these um, black caucuses. We got to understand this reparations thing going this far, it was never meant to go this far. See, they've been trying to stall because we've been on everybody's bumper. They wanted to put little tricky language in it early on and do all that, make it a study so they can just kick the can down the road indefinitely. And we stopped them from doing that. We were showing up to these meetings, calling in, talking to some of the people, putting the proposals together, letting them know, hey, this language has to be A-OK. It has to be right and exact. None of that all black people, all Africans. No, 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 no. This has to be lineage based. It's not going to be race based. It's going to be lineage based because they were going to try to make it race based. Because see, deep, listen. We got to understand the Negro flunkies were put out there to set it up so that it could get shot down. They were hoping that they would put the little language in there and make it race based so that it could immediately get shot down, and then they can say, well, hey, we tried, it was them, they killed it, it was them evil Republicans who did it. That's what they were hoping on, and we were like, no, 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 we're not gonna let it go that far. We want the language to be right and exact. So they didn't expect us to really stay on their bumper. They didn't expect us to not let the in Cobra crowd come in and dictate what the direction of this thing was going to be. That's another thing. That whole in Cobra crowd, they thought that they were going to bring them in, who, in my opinion, those guys are damn near controlled opposition. They're just satellites of the Democratic Party. So the in Cobra crowd, they put all of that. Hey man, reparations should be free books and all of that stuff. They try to redefine what reparations is. Reparations should be a trip to Africa and repatriation. And, no, no, no. We said no, no, no. All of that we're rejecting. We ain't doing none of that. Reparations is going to be cash payments to the descendants of freedmen, foundational Black Americans. That's what it's going to be. Y'all going to give cash. If you're going to talk reparations, it's for slavery against foundational Black Americans who descended from freedmen. We ain't doing all of that. Reparations is your card note getting paid. Reparations is a housing lottery where people get 25% off their first month rent. None of these little tricky things that they try to put together. We let them know what reparations is going to be. So at the very last minute, they tried to pull a little twist here, and they can't explain why they're pulling this twist. So we're watching them closely, and things are still going on tonight. Again, things are still going on tonight as we speak. And let me get some calls in here. We got Sir Major in the building. Shout out to Sir Major's been on top of a lot of this stuff. Sir Major, hop on, buddy.
Brother, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. They're back in session right now, so we're on recess for about 2 more minutes. They just came back in and said they're ready to go. Here's what's going on. So we have the California Legislative Black Caucus. That is the entity. First of all, that's a nonprofit organization. Let's be clear.
Okay.
They're not a government organization. They're a nonprofit. They are a caucus, but they fall underneath the nonprofit rules. Okay, so just as the government scrutinizes groups like Black Lives Matter, they can be scrutinized too. So y'all
Yeah.
know what to do. The other thing is this: they issued today a press release, and in that press release, they advised that these two bills in particular, these Senate bills, that's SB 1403 and SB 1331. The caucus position is that they did not author these bills, and because they did not author these bills, they're upset because they
Right.
don't get the credit.
Right.
Okay, and so you had a black senator, Senator Stephen Bradford. He authored these bills. They're mad because he did not go through them. They're saying the caucus is saying that they have their own reparations legislation package. They're saying that that this bill is not a part of their package, so they won't support it. So because they won't support it, they've been intentionally going out to undermine this bill. What just happened, and I just got this information, and Sister Gia, I thank that sister for giving me some good contacts. What we verified tonight on the call, maybe about 20 minutes ago, is that through staffers, this came directly through staffers, not Chatter Online,
Yeah.
that the two bills in particular were placed in an inactive file.
Right.
Because they were placed in an inactive file, it's almost a guarantee that those bills won't even be heard this session. When asked what can be done, Senator Bradford can still fight to get this bill to be heard on the floor. However, the chances are slim to none. When asked, I asked the question, can he demand an investigation to determine who put those in that file, who put these bills in that file? They advised that they don't know who did it, but it was done shortly before or after the California Legislative Black Caucus issued their BS press statement, the press release.
Yeah.
So this was by design. Whoever did it had to be within this caucus. So
Yes.
every one of them need to be underneath scrutiny.
Absolutely. All right, man. Keep me posted on what's going on because I know you're listening in and seeing what's going on with them. So yeah, keep me posted and I'll keep you posted.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, and I talked Camilla Moore hit me up. She's up there. Camilla Moore, if you're in here, I would love to hear from you, Camilla Moore. If you're in here, it would be great to have you hop on and let me know what's happening on your end, sis. If you are in the building, Camilla, let me know if you are in here. Let's get let's see, Boston. Let's get Boston. And then we'll get unbelievable. All right. Boston and then unbelievable. So Boston. All right, let's get unbelievable. Boston ain't saying nothing unbelievable. You ready?
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm good, man. How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I was just sitting here thinking, man, and the Democratic Party, the Democratic plantation, my bad, um, is the party of degeneracy. I'm not a Republican by the chance either, just letting
Right.
people know. But they give us these empty gestures, symbolism, and think that that's supposed to be enough for them to galvanize us to get behind them in their politics. When Kamala's not even speaking on nothing concrete, they asked her a simple question: what she gonna do in her first 100 days in office to lower the inflation of groceries and stuff? She just started talking about the causes of inflation, not talk about no kind of rectification of trying to how she gonna do it. She talking about the
Let me I'm the land your plane. I got your point. Thank you, brother. The thing is with the Democrats, man, listen, if they pull this little janky move and play games with the reparations bill after they have given all of these resources to all of these other groups, especially non-citizens, if they play this little game, you would be a damn fool to support the Democrats at this point as a black person, particularly a foundational black American lineage. Now, if you're an immigrant or whatever, that's different because yeah, they got a blank check for immigrants. But if the Democrats pull this move, family, and just completely, because this Democrats are doing this, they can't sit here and point the finger at nobody else, which is what they love doing. They would have loved to sat here and point the finger at the Republicans, saying, "Oh, the Republicans, you MAGA, Donald Trump." They would have loved to have done that. They can't do that. They can't sit here and point the finger at the Republicans like they always do. Don't let them try to finesse and finagle their way. Don't let them try to send Roland or somebody out here trying to explain. What happened was see, Donald Trump had called them. He had called his Republican buddies and told them to kill it. No, we ain't doing none of that. The Democrats are undermining this. They are sabotaging this. Let me get my brother McCall in here. Let me get Brother McCall and then I'll get Q in here. Brother McCall, what's going on, brother? Brother McCall. My brother. I'm good, brother. How are you?
Your brother just living the dream and winning, keeping that jab in their face.
Yes, sir.
Look, that I mean, what they're doing is the most strategically unsound tactic any political organization can do. They've literally put themselves in crisis management mode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the optics of it, just let alone the optics of it, I mean, just completely make them look politically duplicitous.
Yeah.
They're going to be scrambling. I mean, and the whole Democratic Party now has a target on their back as a result.
Yep.
Stupid, literally. Love you, brother. I'll land and give my regards to the fam.
Thank you so much. And family, the folks there on the ground, they're telling them, hey man, if y'all kill this bill, y'all going to mess up Kamala Harris's chances. They're telling them this there. The crowd there is telling them, y'all going to make it look real bad for Kamala, which is true. If they play games with this, I'm black folks, you would be a damn fool to support the Democrats at this point. You would be an absolute idiot to support the Democrats at this point. If you support them, if they pull this little janky move and you support them still, that sends the worst message ever. You will never get anything. If they can play this kind of game and you still support them, they're like, oh, well, we ain't gonna ever give them nothing. Ever in life, give them nothing. We don't have to do nothing for them from now on. If they're going to send a message that they're going to undermine foundational black Americans, we have to send a message that the Democratic Party should crash and burn as a political party. For real, for real. Y'all not going to be able to point the finger at Trump and use Trump as a boogeyman and use the Republican as boogeyman. And the Republican tonight who actually introduced the bill and tried to put it on the floor, superseding the Democrats who didn't do it, that's a double bad look for the Democrats. Let's get Q in the building. Q,
Tariq, what's happening, my brother?
how you doing, Q? What's going on, bro?
I'm excellent. I'm excellent. This is devious work they're pulling here right in front of our eyes in real time.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you if you can touch on, because I'm seeing a lot of people playing stupid and a lot of false narratives surrounding California's history with not just informal slavery, but just in general with anti-blackness. Can you kind of touch on that and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Because yeah, you do have a
Appreciate
few people, and we look. Some of the people we don't even have to entertain them. We got a few of the time wasters hopping in. Well, why are y'all trying to get reparations from California? California wasn't even a slave state. Oh, there's a few things why they can pay reparations to. California was admitted into the United States to the Union, so they were admitted into the United States. So then you accrue the debt of the United States engaged in slavery. Okay, and since you're a part of that nation, you are on the hook for the reparations. Also, California absolutely had slavery, even though slavery was not formal on the books, it was informal slavery. They had slavery and they just turned a blind eye. That's why the Fugitive Slave Act was enacted out there in California. They were getting people from California, putting them back in slavery. There were famous cases out there in California where people were trying to get their freedom. The Biddy Mason case is one in particular, when she went to court in California to fight for her freedom. If there was no slavery out there, you wouldn't have court cases of black people fight for their freedom. San Bernardino was a whole slave colony. That's how it got started. You had Mormon slave owners with their black slaves out there. That's how San Bernardino got started. And law enforcement and the authorities just looked and turned a blind eye to it. So slavery was absolutely popping in California. All right. So don't let nobody waste your time with that argument. All right. Boston, what's up, brother? All right, Boston, one more time. All right, I'm not gonna waste time with you. Let's get Justo World Slinger or Word Slinger. What's up, Justo? I wish Camilla Moore was in here. I would like to talk to her. Justo, yeah, I know she's probably up there listening into the session. Justo, what's happening, ma'am? Justo, you want to unmute your microphone? All right, let's get.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up, Just?
All right, yeah, man. Look, hey, respect all that. I've been a follower since about 2011, whatnot. Appreciate y'all bought all the movies and the books, man. I've been putting my family on that and everything.
Love it.
Two things I wanted to say. So, we look at social media. I look at social media all the time, and I see these excuses for the Democrats all the time. And it's usually, I'm not dogging my people, my black women. But it's a lot of black women that are ill-informed or misinformed, and they just say, well, she's a woman, ain't she? Or she's a black woman, which is a lie. Or she's a woman, ain't she? And it's like, what can we do to fix that? That's the first thing. And then my second thing was this. As far as all of these wars that are going on overseas, I've seen the Palestinians talk bad about us and why we shouldn't help them and all of that. Like, why should we? Nobody helped their hand out. Nobody stuck their hand out or a basket out for us to do anything. Why should we? I just want
Right,
you. I just want you to
right.
speak on those things, brother. And I'll
Yes,
land.
indeed. With the Palestinian thing, first of all, we should let them fight their own battles. We don't owe nobody anything. That's number one, and that's the problem. We sit up here fighting for everybody else, and when it's time for us to get something, look at where we at. Everybody got a bunch of damn excuses. When it's time for us to get something in particular, something that's owed, all of a sudden we get the damn runaround, which is what we're getting tonight. And ain't nobody really stepping up for us. Where are these other groups? Come on now. Where are these other groups saying, hey, why y'all playing games with black people reparations? You got the Foundation of Black American Family up there in Sacramento right now, stomping for themselves. You don't have no other groups doing that. The only other person is a white Republican. I give him credit where credit is due. But all of these other um, aggrieved groups who we always stomp for, they're nowhere to be found. Where are the Latinos? Where are the Latinos on this? Come on, where are the black and brown yelling Negroes? Always talking about some black and brown. Where's the brown up in Sacramento right now? If you look at all the videos, a bunch of black folks up there stomping for themselves. We don't have no allies up there stomping for us right now with this reparations thing. Now, with Palestine or whatever, you do have Negroes going to some of those protests. With the Hispanics getting resources, you got black folks always in the mix stomping for that. But when we have to stump for ourselves, we are stumping for ourselves. We are on our own. Ain't nobody riding with us. So yeah, everybody can hold their own nuts. Let me get the Soheem. What's up, Soheem?
Hello,
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
Tariq. You can hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on?
The most honorable Tariq Nasheed. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. What's going on with you?
I'm good, man. I ain't gonna hold you too long. First thing I want to say is that, man, you really don't got to do this. Like you've given us. So if you stop doing a live today, you've given us game to last a lifetime. Like people, I don't think people really realize that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it's that I mean, we got game for a lifetime, literally. So what I want to ask you is, because I feel like nobody's asked, if let's just say hypothetically speaking, if Kamala does win, if she wins, what would be the game plan for FBAs at that point? And I'll land there.
Good question, man. We would have to really circle our wagons because if she wins, we're going to be under attack majorly by all these other groups that she's elevated. We're going to be under attack by the Venezuelan gangs, by the white LGBT. But just so many groups are going to the anti-black Asian community. We're going to be under attack by so many people they elevate over us, so it'll be a problem. We got Camilla Moore in the building right now. Sister Camilla, what is going on up there right now?
Hey, yes, we are here at the Assembly Chambers. We have a midnight deadline. The California Black Caucus has until midnight to do the right thing. So where do I start? Let me know where do I start.
Oh, yeah. So, um, um, Eseli, what's his name? Mr. Eseli.
Yes, yes. So,
So,
oh yes, there's been breaking news. The Black Democrats in the assembly, they've been holding up the bills for petty reasons. They've been holding up these bills for petty reasons. And so, right when it looked bleak, right around 7, 8 p.m., when people were starting to go home, there was this breaking news that a Republican in the assembly named Bill SLE put a motion on the floor to introduce Senator Bradford's bill for the reparations fund. And keep in mind, Senator Bradford, he can't bring his bill to the floor at this point because the bill is in the state assembly. These two bills are at the very last stage until they go to Governor Newsom's desk. So
yeah,
what that means is State Senator Stephen Bradford, with these two bills to create a reparations agency and fund, he has had much success getting these two bills out of committees for the past 8 months. There's been no real, true, direct opposition against these bills until this moment, until this week, where the Black Caucus, which is really ironic and really disgusting, is the Black Caucus at the last minute has collectively come together to try to stop Bradford's bills from being introduced to the floor. Because they're essentially envious and they wish that Bradford had introduced these bills with them, but they're
right,
mad that he introduced the bills without them, and before they introduced their package. And
right.
so they are scared that he's going to get all the glory and they're not going to get enough credit. And like they're very self-serving in that sense. So that's neither here nor there. So the latest update is yes, a Republican, he's like Lebanese or something.
Yeah.
He introduced a motion for the reparations fund, and then the Assembly Democrats. No one seconded his motion, and then he was going to bring it up again. He was going to bring it up again, and then they blocked it by putting Bradford's bills in the inactive file. And then when I saw Bill S.A. Lee in person, because I'm here in person, I went up to him and I said, he said, hey, they put my bills, Bradford put my bills in the inactive file. You should reach out to Bradford. And I said, why would Bradford put his own bills in the inactive file? He's been working all day to get the Black Caucus to bring the bills to the floor. He's even tried to look for non-Black people to bring the bills to the floor. So why would he put his bills in his own bills in the inactive file? And then he was like, well, you should just reach out. And so sooner or later, like a minute later or two, Bradford makes a public statement on his social media saying, I did not pull my bills from the inactive file. In fact, I cannot pull my bills from the inactive file because I'm not in the assembly. I'm in the Senate. Only assembly leadership can do that. So essentially,
Mm,
the Black Democrats lied on Bradford, and they're the ones who pulled his bills under the inactive file. And they lied on
wow.
him. And
Wow.
so that gets back to Bill SAE, and you see Bill SAE talking to Assembly Member Isaac Bryan, who's in the Black Caucus, going through the rule book. And there's the rule book. Essentially, the Black Democrats broke the rules, broke the Assembly rules.
Mm,
The Assembly rules are only the author of the bill can put their bills on the inactive file. The Black Caucus members in the Assembly are not the authors of the Reparations Fund or the Reparations Bill. Bradford is the author of the Reparations Fund and the Reparations Bill. He did not put his bills in the inactive file. The Black Caucus did. Thus, the Black Caucus broke the Assembly rules. And so the latest is that we have until midnight for the Black Caucus to do the right thing. I believe, hopefully, Bill SAE is going to bring the bill up again, call the Black Caucus out and the Assembly Democrats out for breaking the rules.
right.
And so what we need to do, though, I think, is quote tweet the California Black Caucus. They put out a horrible press release earlier today, full of excuses. So another thing, though, is so not only are they motivated by pettiness, self-interest, they assume that Bradford's going to get the credit and they're not, which is so petty. But not only that, it's also another element to it where, Gavin Newsom is starting to get cold feet about reparations as well, particularly probably in this political climate right before an election year. And so he went to State Senator Stephen Bradford with amendments, asking Senator Bradford to amend the reparations agency bill in particular. Gavin Newsom came to Bradford with that request, I believe this past week. And Bradford said, heck no, because Gavin Newsom amendments would essentially strip the power of the agency, whereby it wouldn't even be an agency anymore. It would be a 2-year additional study bill
Right.
on the task force's recommendations housed by the Cal States, which would completely invalidate the whole invalidate the fact that we even had a task force.
Right.
So
It'll
it's
be
just a
HR
stalling.
40 all over. It'll be HR 40 all
Yeah,
over
it's
again. Right.
stalling. And so
Right.
they're also, the California Black Caucus, it seems like they're trying to carry the water of Newsom as well. So they're motivated by two reasons. Like, they're mad at Bradford, but then they also want to carry the water for Gavin Newsom. So we have we're claiming the victory on tonight. We will get a victory. We're claiming it, right? God is in control. But
Mm-hmm.
faith without work is dead. So we
Yep.
do need people to quote tweet the CLBC and tell them it's not too late to do the right thing and help bring these bills to the floor.
Yes, indeed. Okay, sis. Well, keep me posted. Let me know what's going on, and I will keep everybody else posted. All right.
Okay, thanks. The only thing is, like, there's 1,000 people in here, so hopefully, let's get 1,000 quote tweets like right now. Let's all do our
Yes.
part. If we can't do it for yourself, do it for your ancestors. Okay, thank you, Tariq, so much.
Thank you, dear. So yeah, everybody read. Just what you can do is retweet this. Retweet the live right here, because we got the CA Black Caucus. We got them tagged in the title. So everybody retweet them. The Democrats and the CA Black Caucus are playing games with reparations. Let them know we're watching them. And hey, these guys can play these little political games if they want to. We're going to make sure they're out of office next year. We're going to definitely do that. Let's get Eric, EJ in the building. Let's get EJ in here. What's up, EJ? Eric in the building. What's up, fam? I'm good, man. What's going on?
I'm going good, man. This just goes to show you that the Congressional Caucus got biscuit crumbs on their face. If
Yep.
you ain't out here fighting for your people and you got people that ain't even of our lineage coming out here telling you bastards what to do, it just goes to show you that they got them dog leashes on their damn necks and they ain't trying to do nothing for their people unless they getting a check. This just goes to show you that I don't see nothing from either of these political parties when it comes to us actually getting our reparations. This will be a good time for the Republicans to counterstrike and say, hey, man, we got one of our people on our side telling y'all what to do. Why y'all ain't trying to get down with the get down? And that just goes to show you that the Democratic Party on their side ain't trying to do shit for people except illegal aliens. Because we see it in California and we see it in Aurora, Colorado, with these, Venezuelan illegal immigrants taking over apartment complexes. Like this, a game of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas gang wars.
Yep.
And this just goes to show you that niggas of not our lineage ain't got the best for Black Americans, let alone even their own people in their homeland. So you definitely gonna have to do your background work and your paperwork on these people, because this just goes to show you that all skin folk and kinfolk, and Trump definitely need to come out and do something about this if he actually trying to get a black agenda and actually trying to get his ass back into the White House, because this will be definitely a big momentum shift for him to bring this up into the next debate that when him and Kamala Harris get to talking. So
Yeah.
this just goes to show you that the Republicans, they need to come out guns blazing and do something instead of just sitting on their ass, just talking the same word salad with the they got over there on their side. I land my plane, brother. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. That's EJ in the building. Shout out to EJ. But yeah, it makes a very good point. Makes a very, very good point, man. This is an opportunity for the Republicans to really step it up and make something happen. The Republicans, it would be smart like hell. Bill Saley, or SLE, I can't pronounce his name, but yeah, him being a Republican trying to introduce the bill That makes the Democrats look very bad. They cannot point the finger at at the Republicans now. It's the Republicans who tried to actually get the bill introduced, and they didn't even get a second motion on it. You see, because you got to understand, man, a lot of these bootlicks that's with the Democrats, these Negro bootlicks, their job is to squander any progress for us for their own benefit. Let's keep it a buck. Their job is to make sure that they are the face of us not getting anything. When we don't get anything, they need a black face to point to and say, well, I'm going to explain why. Well, what had happened was there was an argument. We was in there arguing, and Jimmy James over there, he was trying to mess it up, and then Sally Mae was, then they just keep pointing the fingers at everybody. See, that's why I'm not a fan of black faces in high places. Because what happens is if you have these people and you keep talking about how black they are and the black caucus this and black that, and when it comes to doing something for black people, all they do is splain, you might as well put the white supremacists back in there. If you're just going to put a black face on white supremacy, you see? No, 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 no. Just go ahead and put the white person back in. So at least when they do something, we can see it for what it is. When they are inactive when it comes to giving us the right resources that we're supposed to get while they're elevating others, we can see it for the racism it is. They make sure to put black faces on that. So when we're denied the resources and the justice that we're supposed to get, they got a convenient set of sambos that they can point to and say, well, it was the Black Caucus guys. They were the ones who were bickering. This is all by design. These guys sound like they got a call from Massa Gavin, and Massa Gavin said, hey, y'all better do something. But Massa, we tried. We had tried to put some tricky words in there, but they figured it out. They saw it. Well, buddy, you better go tell them something. Yeah, well, I don't know. We were dangling this carrot in front of them. We needed to get them to vote. We didn't know they were going to be on code like they were. So we need y'all to do something. Y'all better make up an excuse why they can't get this passed. Because there's really no excuse. All of this stuff by putting things in inactive files, this is all by design. You don't see this with nobody. Look at what they're doing, man. All of this stuff that they're going through, this ain't no accident. This is by design. It ain't that hard to get our reparations thing popping. They don't never have all of these mistakes when it comes to these illegal immigrants getting all the resources. You don't see no pushback, nothing. You just wake up one day and see $150,000 for immigrants to buy a house. What the hell? And it gets passed overwhelmingly. No inactive files, nobody's bickering, fighting, none of that stuff. But you got to understand, a lot of these Negroes, again, their jobs and their positions are to be the Negro whisperers, make sure we don't get nothing, and then they do all the splaining. That's what Obama was for. So we didn't get a damn thing under Obama. Not no resources, nor any justice. All we got with Obama was splaining. Anytime something happened to us, they would send Obama out there to do all that splaining. Hey guys, sometimes, sometimes we want justice, and justice is slow. But that's why, in the words of Dr. King, it's all about hope. And we the one thing they can't take from us is hope. And sometimes we want to do the right thing. And me as president, I have a lot of power, but my hands are tied on some things. And it's hard to change people's hearts out here. But it's hard. But I would like to say, oh man, river. Then he starts singing Negro spirituals. Obama, y'all saw that Obama would be in churches singing Negro spirituals and soul songs. Like, what the hell? Nigga, what are you doing? That's what we got. We got splaining and spirituals. That's all we got. Now, all these other groups, they get debit cards full of money, houses, the whole shebang. You don't get no excuses. None. And we ain't going for that no more. That ain't that. No, no, no. We're saying enough is enough. Family, listen. Let's talk for real tonight, Black family. You see, because we're gonna have to start moving in from positions of power. See, the thing is, we got to start taking responsibility. The reason why we don't get things done, we don't stomp as hard as we should, and we have to start eliminating certain things. We're gonna take we look when we get things popping, we take responsibility. When things don't get popping, we still should take responsibility. Because see, we got to tighten our ship up. Everything we do, we got to take responsibility for. That's how we're gonna start getting things popping. We know that we're in a system of white supremacy. We know we're in a system of sabotage. But we got to be responsible for that too. We got to be responsible for allowing these people to sabotage us all the time. Because, see, we got to be very serious all the time. We got to look at every nook and cranny. We got to look at every person who's janky. We got to look and screen everybody. And a lot of times we don't do that like the hell we're supposed to. Just like with Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala Harris, if she gets in office, she's going to screw us majorly. And you still have goofy Negroes supporting her ass. See, that's our fault. You understand? Because we got so many sicko Sambos out here who will sit here knowingly support somebody who they know is going to undermine us. You see, we got to take responsibility for that. We got to take responsibility for the things that other people are allowed to do to us. See, under the system of white supremacy, we understand that they've created a system that's militarily backed that has us subjugated. But the thing is, we're powerful people. We've made a lot of mistakes to allow that to happen. Let's keep it a buck. We've made a lot of damn mistakes to allow that to happen. We got the power and the sense and the wherewithal to stop these people from subjugating us and playing these games with us. We got that power. The thing is, a lot of folks innately, there's a lack of self-respect and a lack of self-damn confidence that a lot of people have. Let's keep it a buck. That's the thing that's holding a lot of us back. And that's one thing that we have to start screening out and getting people out of our mix. See, we have to start being exclusionary. Exclusionary is good because that's when you're showing power, when you're letting people know that you cannot be around us. That's why it's important that we started delineating. See, that really shook the table with us delineating. That's why we got so far with the reparations now. You understand? I want y'all to be very clear. The reason why we got this far, nobody expected us to delineate the way we did. And we made delineation a part of our everyday culture. That's why this thing got so far, because they were trying to put all that inclusive language in. They did not expect us to have a major delineation movement the way we did by us saying, hey, all that African American shit, that's not going to happen. We ain't doing all that African American stuff. Even when they were putting everything together, I was corresponding with Sister Camilla early on when they were putting it together, letting her know, hey, that language, no, we're going to do something about that language. You dig? And certain little trick words. Anytime people bring things to us, we're making sure we're excluding certain words. When we get a word like minority, take that shit out. People of color, take that out. Diversity, take that out. We ain't doing none of that. We're not doing any of that. We're talking about a very specific group of people, foundational Black Americans, descendant of freedmen, people who descended from slaves in America. We got to be very, very specific and tighten that language up. And we still got to tighten more things up about it. And also people that we get in these caucuses and these legislative committees and assemblies, we have to make sure we know who these people are. We don't do a good job at screening these people like we need to. That's an us problem. Because on that assembly right now that's doing all the voting, that's sabotaging everything, let's be real. We've seen some of the folks, there's tethers on that shit. You understand what I'm saying? There's tethers on there. And I keep telling people when we say, hey, there's tethers that we need to have excluded from us, we're not saying that to be mean spirited. Some of these people are a damn problem, and they've been a problem. You see, we got to start being exclusionary. We ain't got to be on some kumbaya everybody hold hands. You got people out here trying to undermine us based on lineage, because you got these people from immigrant backgrounds who got melanin, who get on these assemblies, and we think, okay, that person looks like me, they're going to look out for me. No, they identify with immigrants, so that's why bills for immigrants just pass through like a breeze. And we got these melanated people up there with a little afro that we think is a part of our lineage, or they got some kind of camaraderie with us, and they damn don't. We got to be serious about our power. We got to be exclusionary. We ain't got to join hands with everybody. We got to start taking responsibility when things slip up and fall through. We got to take responsibility for that. What could we have done to tighten this thing up a little bit more? So it's not a bad thing what's happening. What's happening tonight is a good thing. I want us to understand how strength and power works. When we get adversity, that really sharpens our tools. We know what to do. We know not what to do. But this, what we're going through tonight, dealing with these Sambos and these people up here in California, this is going to sharpen our tools. This should make us tighten our levers and circle our wagons even better, and screen these people even better, and make sure the language is even more tight, and make sure that we're even more resilient about this, because we're going to get what we're supposed to get. We're going to get those reparations. And the Democrats, hey, I'm down to punish them by letting them crash and burn. So we got to make examples out of people. If they're going to pull these kind of moves, make sure their political careers are over. You understand? Everybody on that assembly, if they sit up here and let this thing fall through, make sure they don't get elected next year. In fact, let's see if we can recall these people, just like we were doing in Ferguson back during the Mike Brown situation, when they were playing those little games, not punishing race soldiers. We started having recall sessions out there. We started campaigning for recalls. We went out there organizing people. We were registering people to vote just so you can recall these damn folks. And they got recalled. You see, we got to be serious about power. See, the thing is, power is all about being able to punish. See, we got to be able to make an example. See, if you can't, you have to be in a position to reward, and you have to be in a position to punish people. You see, we got to learn that the art of that. Just running your damn mouth, that ain't it. No, you got to know how to put money on folks' books. Make sure that they're papered up, and if they don't do what you want them to do, make sure their careers are done. You make sure you get their asses out of office. You make sure you find their opponent and then paper up their opponent, just to make an example out of them. So sometimes the ancestors will step in, but we can't rely on them all the time. The ancestors are in you. Like old boy out there in New York. I always forget his name. Um, in the Akai Gurley situation, the guy who let Peter Liang go, basically. Thompson, Ken Thompson, I think that's his name. That Sambo prosecutor, that Negro who sat up here and let Peter Liang walk for killing that black man. And he sat there skinning and grinning. And then not on shortly after he let Peter Liang walk, Ken Thompson died. He got some kind of cancer. Something happened to him, and the ancestors got him up out of here. He died some mysterious death, just out of nowhere. But sometimes we can't rely on the ancestors to do it like that. We gotta let the ancestors in us get out here and get these folks up out of office. You understand? We got to be serious about power. Let me see. Sister Camilla just text me. Let me see. Tag Assembly Democrats and CA Black Caucus. Yes. Camilla, I have tagged the CA Black Caucus already. Let's get, let me see. A lot of people in the building. Hold on. Yeah, we got 1,200 people in the middle of the night. Let's get Mr. Zulu Warrior in the building. Mr. Zulu Warrior. What's up, Zulu?
What's up, Tariq Nasheed?
I'm good, Zulu. How are you?
Hey, man, them white people got my account suspended, man. So I'm hiding on this burner. But nothing much, man. I'm chilling.
What's on your mind?
Nothing much. I'm in Louisiana, driving my Hellcat, living life.
Okay. So what else is on your mind besides eating bushmeat?
Nah, these big booty FBA bitches, man, they want me.
All right. Let me finish talking to the family. I don't want to talk to no attention seeking tether because we're talking real business. And that's another thing, family. See, sometimes it's fun to have shits and giggles with the tethers, but understand tethers like that, they're very strategic about wasting time. Because right now we're talking about something serious. I get on the tethers later. But these tethers do not want us to get reparations. I want y'all to understand that. That's why when we get setbacks with reparations, boy, the tethers celebrate. This is what I'm saying. And these are the same tethers that's on these assemblies. You get what I'm saying? These are the same people that's sitting up here judging and trying to dictate whether these bills are going to get passed. Negroes, just like the one who called up, they don't want us to get no reparations. You understand? Let's be very clear. So, yeah, we're going to have to step this thing up. We're going to have to step this thing up and let folks know that we mean serious business out here. We got to let folks know we mean serious business. Shout out to everybody that's up there in Sacramento now standing on business. Shout out to the sisters and brothers that's standing on that. Yeah. But everybody has to be on code. We got to get on code with this thing. Let's get some more folks in here. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get who's this? Um, let's get Hidden Figure. All right, Mr. Hidden Figure in the building. Hop on. Hidden Figure. Where you at, Hidden? Hidden, unmute your microphone. All right, Hidden ain't saying nothing, so let's get somebody else. We're gonna move on. Make it real fast. Keep it real flighty. All right, let's get I'm trying to get you out of here. Okay. Just get you out altogether. Let's get okay, is this one of these weird Indian dudes who's calling up trying to get pen pals? Asan, whatever your name is. Because I don't know, sometimes I go live and these weird Indian dudes and Pakistani dudes call up and I don't know if they're looking for pen pals or I don't know what y'all be looking for. Asan? Yo, Asan, what's up, man? Yo, Asan. Okay, these weird dudes with these janky phone connections. Let's get what's your name? Patho. Let's get Patho in here. All right, Patho, what's up, brother? All right, Patho, what's happening? One more time. Okay, let's go to Asan. Asan, you want to try one more time? Unmute your microphone. All right, let me get both of y'all out of here. All right, people who are not going to talk, let me get them out. Hold on, Patho. Let me get you out of here. Hold on, Patho. You want to try it again before I get you out of here? All right. Let's get Big Fox in the building. Big Fox in the building.
What up, Tariq?
What's up, Fox? How are you, bro?
Man, I've been trying to get on here forever, man. Salute to
Yeah.
everything you do, man. But yeah, man, the Democrats, man, black people, we gotta quit being so dumb politically and open our eyes. This is like we in like a domestic abuse relationship with the Democrats. Like, how long can they beat us? Just beat us, repeatedly until we be like, nah, we gotta go. We could do better than this, but we gotta do that as a collective,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, man, I don't really got much to say. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Keep doing what you're doing, big dog.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. The Alchemist, man. What's going on, man? You've been making a lot of gestures. What's on your mind, Alchemist? Alchemist, hop on, man. Because you've been gesturing all night.
Yo, Tariq, how you doing, bro?
Oh Lord, it's you. What's up, man?
Yes, I just wanna say something, bro. Y'all talking about reparation, right? If your FBA get reparation, like what about African people though? Can we get reparation too or not?
Now you're from Somalia, right?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Okay. Well, you could get reparations from Italy because they had a little situation where they were militarizing you for a minute. Well, we're hollering at you militarily, so you can holler at them for some of the damage that they did, and you can holler at some of the British for kind of sabotaging your economy. They've done some things to thwart the economy over there. So those are the people you can holler at, right?
Okay, you got a point there, yeah.
Right. So why don't you holler at
But
them?
the thing is, like, y'all not gonna get reparation here, man. I don't know, like, how y'all gonna do that, but I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
But why would we get advice from
No,
you?
it's not an
You flew,
advice. I'm not giving an advice. I'm just saying
well, you giving your opinion, but why would we accept your
my
opinion from
opinion. My
somebody?
opinion don't need to be accepted, but I have to say it
Right,
anyway.
right. But you're projecting your own failure.
Okay,
So why would we accept your
okay,
failure?
you don't have to accept it. Okay, now,
Right,
now,
we don't.
now, look,
We,
it's
now let me get some more. I don't want to hear failed tether babble. Again, family, like I said, this is why we got to start taking responsibility with the people that surround us, like these tethers. You have people like him on these assembly boards. This is why I've said, and I'm shameless about it, I don't want no damn non FBA people on any reparations board that's for us. I just don't want them on there, period. And we have a lot of these folks on these reparations task forces and these reparations boards, and they're not of our lineage. And deep down, and I'm telling you, a lot of them feel like this dude and the guy who called before. A lot of them secretly do not want, and not even secretly sometimes, just blatantly don't really want us to get reparations because they failed their own damn homeland. So they feel a certain way of us stepping up, fighting for what's ours. They feel a certain way about it. And deep down, they want to sabotage it. Let's keep that thing a buck, man. These are people who do not want us to get anything, and we let them get on these boards and we don't say anything because they got some damn melanin. That's why I ain't with no Kamala Harris, none of that. I don't give a damn how many collard green recipes she's going out here talking about. I don't give a damn. That woman has said with her whole chest that she ain't gonna do nothing that's only gonna benefit black people. You don't need to tell me anything else. And anybody who supports her, who's black, is a damn idiot, especially a black man. Like Fanatic, he's a Kamala supporter. He was on last night. I see you in here, Fanatic. You're a Kamala supporter, and you were caping for Kamala. It's very weak for any black man to cape for somebody who sat here and told you they ain't gonna do shit, and you're only responding with Donald Trump had put an ad for the Central Park Five. That's feminine sounding. Let's get Brother Steve in the building.
What's happening, brother Tariq?
Hey, Steve, you good, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Fighting that good fight, running against Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
So I wanted to touch upon a couple of things that you said about how we got to vote. Man, what I've been trying to tell the people in the 43rd district, it ain't about a Democratic Party. It ain't about a Republican Party. It's about a candidate who's going to get it done for the people.
Yes.
And that's what we got to focus on. And that's what I'm about. Look, I'm running as a Republican, but because we're in a two-party system, you got to use an apparatus that's available so that you can go in and do something, get in a position of influence to actually start delivering for brothers and sisters. I'm glad that you started the FBA, the whole thing. I've been kind of following what that's been going on. I was made aware of that not too long ago. I wasn't really hip to the FBA ADOS, that whole situation, but it's funny
Two,
that you
two
came
different
up.
things. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Mhm.
No, but it's a trip that you came up with that because my ex-wife, man, it was about 25 years ago. We were having a conversation, and I was explaining, we were just having a conversation talking about Black American history and where we came from. And it was like she ultimately said, "Look,
you're right. Like our lineage, we don't know, most of us don't know where we came from the motherland. The slaves were brought from different tribes, boom, boom, boom. We all know the history. So our history started here.
Mm-hmm.
Our history started on the United States soil before it was United States. And,
Yeah.
and as long as we can accept that and know that that's where our beginnings are, then we can move forward. And that's why I agree with the debate about reparations. It should have been taken care of a long time ago when it would have been simpler to take care of. But obviously there were the agendas to keep that from happening, right? But moving forward, you're right. We got to get another exclusionary and a lot of stuff that they do. Oh
Yeah.
damn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to start taking note from how other groups are exclusionary to the benefit of their own group, and
Yes.
we need to do the same.
Yep. Yep.
So I wanted to speak to that, and also let you know that back in 2018, one of your arch nemesis, I had a 25-minute debate with Sotomayor. Man, I had him on the ropes too. Had him on the ropes till he just kept saying, "Well, you ain't black because you mix." Right? He had that debate about, hey, you're only half black, so you mix, you don't count.
Mm.
And I was trying to explain to him that that's not how the rest of the world sees me, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
So, but we just got to keep up the work. We got to put the pressure on all of our elected officials. Like you said, the ones that won't deliver for the community, we need to get them out. We need to bring in people that are going to deliver for the community. So I just wanted to just speak that mind and keep listening in. And I'm down to answer any questions and add anything in if you want to feel want to just like say, hey, how do I feel about it? What's my comments? Please, bring me back in. But I want to continue with this conversation because I believe it's things like this we need on a regular in order to push things forward.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Steve. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, we need more people getting politically active on both sides, Democrats or Republicans, either or. We need more people active. And shout out to him. See, the thing is, we can't let um, one group monopolize the political party and us just galvanize around one political group because we get taken for granted like we do now. They take us for granted. And we got to man up with this thing, man. We got to handle business. And we got to stand on business. And it's really the brothers got to really step it up because, see, women will follow your lead. When brothers step it up, the women are going to follow the lead. That's why the Democrats, they try to elevate the sisters. They always try to promote this matriarchal thing to try to have the women lead the men. The whole black men need to shut up and just listen to the black woman, that whole thing. And most black women, let's be real, because the caller called in earlier saying that how come so many black women are going along with that program. To be honest, a lot of black women are not rocking with Kamala like that. That's a lot of propaganda. Let's be very clear. A lot of black women are not rocking with Kamala. They see how phony Kamala is. A lot of sisters see exactly how phony she is because a lot of black women, y'all work with a Kamala Harris. Y'all work with one of these tethers, who's your supervisor at your job. Y'all work with one of these phony ass bed wenches who sit up here and tell HR and tell the boss everything y'all discuss low key. And you know how fake, two faced, and phony they are. So Kamala represents that. A lot of sisters are not going for her janky little collard green recipes. A lot of sisters are not buying that. All right. Let's be very clear. But the thing is, the reason why they're able to do that, to go in and pander to the women the way they do, man, we got to step that thing up. We got to be in more leadership positions. We got to be more responsible about certain things. Look, black men, we understand the circumstances that we're in. We understand that we're attacked all the time. Black men, nobody is attacked more than black men. Let's be very clear. Let me talk to the brothers for a minute. Trust me, I know no other group of men are attacked more than black males. Black males got a target on their backs. The great group Public Enemy, they got the most iconic logo ever of a black young b-boy, black male, with a target on him. That's Public Enemy's logo. That's such a brilliant logo, and it speaks truth. We got a constant target on us as black males. And I want y'all to understand this, black men. Nobody gives a shit. That's another thing you better understand. I want us to really understand that too. We got to understand that part of the game. Nobody gives a damn what happens to a man, especially a black man. Nobody cares. It's up to us to say, hey, let's not try to get no sympathy from nobody. Let's not try to get no pat on the head. Let's us just get together and just form power groups among each other, among ourselves. That's what I try to do. I try to get with other powerful brothers or other like-minded brothers who want to build something and get things popping and take it from there. We don't do woes me parties. We don't do that because nobody gives a damn. Even when we get our brothers, we have our young black men and young black boys out here getting slaughtered by race soldiers. Deep down, nobody really cares other than to use the death to push their own agendas. Because what happens is you have these protests where us men, the alpha men, go out here and we try to get something popping. Then all of a sudden, weirdos show up twerking and talking about trans lives matter too. You understand what I'm saying? They don't really care about that dead black male body there. When a black male body is out there on the streets, you got people out here doing Cadillac commercials. You understand? Popping up, gaining notoriety off the deaths of these brothers. They use those deaths to elevate themselves. They don't care about the person themselves. They use that as an opportunity when they see us on the grassroots trying to stomp for justice for these people. They try to take that momentum to elevate themselves. So we got to understand folks just don't care. And we are men, we shouldn't be looking for sympathy anyway. We're trying to get power. We're trying to make power moves. My thing is all about punishing race soldiers. That's a power move. See, a lot of black folks are afraid of power because we've allowed this matriarchal thing to lead the community. And then what happens is men have this feminine ass energy, and that just doesn't work. And then you get scared of power. And I'm going to use another example. Down in Atlanta, we had a power move that we were trying to make with our brother Paul Howard, who was the prosecutor down there. We were trying to keep him in office because a black man got shot in that Wendy's parking lot by a race soldier. Paul Howard, he was going to put charges on him. We were sending money to Paul Howard to make sure he stood on business. Fonnie Willis was running against him. And Fonnie Willis, we saw that she was getting papered up by the police unions. I said, people in Atlanta, whatever you do, don't let Fonnie Willis get in office. You got to support Paul Howard because we're going to put that race soldier in jail for killing our brother, and we're going to do it from a grassroots perspective. That would be a power move when you can punish folks for harming you. These idiots sat their asses up and let Fonnie Willis get in office, and Atlanta has become a crap show. A full out crap show. Her goofy ass up here banging lawyers, tricking off money on vacations with her little old bad built self, putting those bogus charges on Young Thug and YSL, and that's drying up a lot of money out there in Atlanta. And that case might just be tossed any day now because it's been a crap show. So Fonnie Willis has been a train wreck for Atlanta, and I was begging people not to vote for her. See, we got to learn how to utilize power when you have a city where niggas are running around in thongs and flip flops. Yeah, power ain't really on the menu. You understand? And I love Atlanta. I'm not going to dump on Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I'm not going to dump in Atlanta. But I'm talking about, man, we need to be in the mindset of power. Black men, we got to start thinking in terms of power moves. And I'm saying this to black men, the sisters are going to follow either way. Sisters are going to gravitate towards power. Sisters are just built like that. That's why I talk to the dudes. If you have a group of powerful dudes, the sisters are going to show up. You understand? Sisters show up where the power is. You got some dudes who got it together. The sisters are gonna show up and just be all ready. They're gonna be all lockstep and barrel, ready to roll. So we got to be serious about power moves. And let me see, Shanta. Let's get Shanta. Hop in, Shanta. And I hope you're not one of these Pakistani people trying to get some pen pals so you can finesse some money or something. Shanta, hop on, ma'am. Shanta, ma'am, you want to unmute your microphone? Because I hate when people get up here and we try to get them on and they ain't saying nothing. All right. Let me see. Chief Advisor Muhammad holding a meeting with the leaders. Okay, what is this you putting up, man? Okay, Osan, whoever your name is, what are you putting up in the Jumbotron? Okay, this Osan dude, I don't know who he is. He's putting some weird stuff up in the Jumbotron about some Islamic. I don't know what it is, but I took it down. I don't know what that is, dude. And you need to go on your people page about that. I don't know what that is. You need to go on DJ College page or something and post that. I don't know what that is. All right. Let me get Mr. Gill. Let's get Mr. Gill in here. Gill, hop in, man. Hop in, Gil. Yo, Gil, hop in. Y'all, okay, people, if you're not ready to talk, don't hop your asses in here. All right, let me get some of these people out of here. If y'all not ready to talk, don't hop in here. Let me try this. If you're ready to talk, raise your hand. If you're ready to say something, raise your hand. Don't request, and when I put you up, you don't say nothing. You're wasting time. Come on, now. Take your asses to sleep if that's what you want to do.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tariq Nasheed. I'm out here at the Hidden History Museum here in Los Angeles, and I want to invite you to the September Soul Saturday event that we're having here at the Hidden History Museum. We're going to have a lot of phenomenal comedians. We're going to have complimentary food, complimentary drinks, great music, great mingling, great networking. So I want to see you here. Join me here, 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, September 14th, 2024, 7 p.m. Come on and vibe out. For more information and to get your tickets, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We'll see you here.